In this video I will show you the second type of straight stitch that can be used in embroidery, and that's threaded running stitch. Threaded running stitch is really simple but looks really effective on your embroidery, so it's a really good one to use. So I'm going to start off with a basic line of running stitch, which I've already done in the orange, so you can see that's ready there. And now I'm going to do the threaded bit. So we're going to start off with threaded running stitch, and then I will show you double threaded running stitch, which will make sense in a minute. So to start off with, I have put my blue embroidery thread on my needle and put a knot on the end. And I'm going to take my needle through the fabric right at the start of the line of running stitches, just there, as you can see. Now this is actually the only time that it's going to be pulled through, that the needle is going to be pulled through the fabric until the other end, and I'll explain what I mean by that. With your needle now, what you're going to actually do is you're going to take your needle underneath each stitch. So you're not going through the fabric, you're just going underneath each stitch. And what you'll notice is I've turned my needle round, so I'm going underneath with the eye end, so not the pointy sharp end, so you do have to be careful that you don't jab yourself with the needle. But I'm going to take it through with the blunt end that's got the eye in it. And the reason for this, it just stops the sharp end from getting snagged on the fabric or the embroidery thread. So to start off with, I'm going to take my needle through. Now the key to this is don't pull your thread too tight, and then I'm going to take it back the other way. So you're doing a snake pattern really, and then back the other way and back, and I'll just continue doing that to the end. So it's very quick to do this because you're not actually sewing through the fabric. You can do this with contrasting colours, or you can do it all with the same colour, but contrasting colours do look particularly effective. Okay, so that is threaded running stitch. So you might be happy with that. That might be the point you want to stop. So in which case, I'm then going to take my needle back through at the end of the orange stitch and then knot it off at the back. Okay, and that's that bit done. So you can take this one step further and do a double threaded running stitch. Okay, so I've chosen another contrasting colour, which I've put on my needle, and I've put a knot on the end. And just like I did with the blue thread, I'm going to take that through the fabric at the very start of my row, from the back to the front. Now this time I'm going to go in the opposite direction with my needle. So I'm starting off going under this way, and back again. So you're just going underneath the embroidery thread, and again you're not going back through the fabric. Okay, so I've reached the end, and again I'm just going to take my needle back through to the other side and knot it off. And that's your double threaded running stitch. Now you can see on here On this end, I have pulled. I've not pulled the red thread that I've just sewn too tightly, so it gives you quite a lacy effect. But then this end, I've pulled it a little bit tighter, so that you can see the effect that that has. They're both really nice. It's up to you which way you do them. So that is threaded running stitch and double threaded running stitch.